This first of all, we are going to see what is interdisciplinary approach. So interdisciplinary approach, it involves combining two or more disciplines into one activity more coherent and integrated. Now, what is discipline? Discipline means the part of that particular subject. If we are now we are discussing about social studies. So social studies are having many disciplines, just like anthropology, economics, history, geography, political science, psychology. These are the disciplinary part of social science. So by the CBSE guidelines, we are going to interlink whatever the topic is given with these all disciplines. That's why the name is given interdisciplinary approach. Here, CBSE has given one sample plan. In the sample plan, we have integrated the perspective of history, geography, political science, and economics, catering to the students of class 10th. This session is exclusively for class 10. Now, in this, the disciplinary part, geography, political science, economics, it is being combined. Now, what kind of methodology you are going to use for this? See, teachers, this is just one sample given by CBSE. What kind of methodology you are going to use? A sample interdisciplinary project plan. As you know that our topic is making of the global world. It is being given in the syllabus. Whatever the syllabus is provided by CBSE to us. In that, in the history section, they have told us that making of the global world is for the interdisciplinary project. Then for the economics, globalization and lifelines of economy. These three topics are covered in this sample interdisciplinary project plan. Now see how you are going to do that. Now, first of all, you are going to divide the class into groups. And for that, you are going to choose the group according to their interest. As you know your class well. So you are going to make group of the students as per the knowledge of that particular child. Which part you are going to give that particular child as activity in that group. So let us see the first group one is history. Trace the global connect of India before and after Indian independence. The impact of the First World War and the Second World War in making of global world. Now, if you have made two groups, three groups, it depends upon the class strength of your class. Here, it has been given for three groups. The first group, is going to do the activity related to history. Now, what they are going to do, trace the global content of India before and after Indian independence. They are going to collect the information related to this. And teachers, it has been told that this activity you are going to conduct in the class itself. 10 periods are being allotted for this interdisciplinary project exclusively. And the detailed scheduling is also given for each and every day. What kind of activities you are going to conduct during that particular day. See, the impact of the First World War and the Second World War in making of a global world. This, all these content will be going to conduct by group 1. Now for the group 2, another activity is given that group 2 will be going to do for the economics, the Great Depression and its impact on world, the economy. The second point is given role of MNCs, multinational companies and a liberalization policy in the development of international trade and its impact on world economy. If you will see here, all the terms are related to economics. Role of MNCs, liberalization, development of international trade, and impact on world economy. All these information students, they are going to collect. You are just going to be the facilitator for them. You are just going to guide them what they are supposed to do in the economics. Let us see the group 3. Group 3, you are going to divide those students and you are going to give them the subject geography. In this, they have given in detail the development of transport and communication from 18th century till date, making the world a global village. How means of transport and communication contributes to the world economy. If you will see, everything is related to globalization only. Each and every subject is interlinked. History is interlinked with economics. Economics is interlinked with geography. Now, what are the, again, a downside it has been given, that political science. Political science explores how disease that spread had a serious impact on the human society of the world, from cattle plague till corona, monkey, pox, etc. So this topic is related to political science. Again, due to globalization, all these things happen. Trace the plight of the people who migrate across countries in search of jobs. As all of you know the definition of the globalization, people, they are going from one place to another, migrating from one place to another, and therefore these issues are creating. These issues are related to political science. Now, here downside, it is being given geography, appraise the geographical features, conditions that facilitate trade and commerce around the world. Now, what are the learning outcomes, expected learning outcomes? Anyone, please, those who are scribbling it, it is a kind request. Don't do that. If you are not interested, leave the meeting. What are the expected learning outcomes? Anyone? STEAM statements can be selected. The students will be able to analyze the various dimensions of globalization and its impact on the world. The students will be able to bring out the pros and the cons of globalization in all spheres. The students will be able to project how the world has become a global village, anyone among the three. So I hope all of you have understood how the subjects are being interlinked with this interdisciplinary project. Now, here it has been given that a choice board, it gives scope for students to opt out the mode of presentation of their project findings. The work can culminate in the form of PowerPoint, Windows Movie Maker, speech show, presentation, exhibition, skit, albums, files, songs, dance, and cultural show, storytelling, mime, debate, panel discussion, paper presentation. All these options are given by CBSE. That for that particular interdisciplinary project, you can use all these options. How the students, they are going to present their presentation. Now, a suggestive common rubric for assessment. Now, how you are going to give the marks for this? Criteria, rubrics of group task. Teacher can create rubrics as per the mode of presentation chosen by the students. For the first point, rubrics, first point is content presentation. The content presentation is having 2 marks. Mode of presentation chosen by the team from the choices suggested. Second mark, you are going to give accuracy of information, research, use of effective communication, or delivery of the presentation. Second point is how you are going to assess that project by using creativity in presentation. You are going to give 2 marks for that. Appropriate props used, technology incorporated, art integrated, music and dance, creativity embedded. Next point is, third point is given that you are going to give 1 mark for each, which include effective team plan, keeping pace with time, completing the task on time submission, or presentation. In this way, you are going to give 5 marks for interdisciplinary project. We are going to see in more detail about this project. Now, let us come to the guidelines given by the CBSE. See, these guidelines are given in the Annexure 4, Interdisciplinary Project Class 10. As we have discussed earlier, from history, the chapter is taken, Making a Global World. Now, here they have given specific learning objectives, suggested teaching learning process, how you are going to conduct it. So, let us see the suggested teaching learning process. The teacher may use the following pedagogies in facilitating the students in completion of interdisciplinary projects. Constructivism, inquiry-based learning, cooperative learning, learning station,
Excuse me, ma'am.
collaborative
Hello.
learning, videos.
Hello. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you please ask others to mute their mic? We are getting so disturbed, unable to hear anything properly. Please ask others to mute the mics.
Dear teachers, please, it is a kind request from my side. Mute yourself. And don't scribble in between. If any child has been joined, I'm not able to see now because link will not be there if I'll be going to check each and everything. So it is a kind request. If you are not interested, you can leave meeting, please. It is not that compulsory. I told everyone to join. And I'm sharing my knowledge to everyone. So please follow the terms, conditions, rules, whatever are there when the online webinars are going on. And I hope all of you have attended many as per the CBSE rule. Okay, let us, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I hope all of you are the learned one, educated one. So all of you have understood those who are doing mischief in between. Okay, so cooperative learning, learning station, collaborative learning, videos, visual documentaries, movie, clipping, carousel technique, art integrated learning, group discussion. All these things you are going to do as a teacher. Now, if you will see here, learning outcomes with the specific competencies, it is given. Then time schedule for completion. You are going to stick to the time because CBSE has told 10 periods. See, it has been given. Here it has been given, see, 10 periods and maximum marks 5. The school to do IDP between the month of April and September. Keep in mind that you are going to do this project in between month of April and September at the school under the guidance of teacher. Carry over the project at home must be strictly avoided. It shows that this project as a teacher, you are going to help the students to complete in the school itself. That's why they have given 10 periods for the completion purpose. Okay. Next, geography. In geography, lesson number 7, lifelines of the national economy. That is the part of this project. In this, again, all those points are given. Afterwards, if you will go downside, here they have given multiple assessment. Multiple assessment in this, you are going to do, you are going to tell your students to make survey, take interviews, research work, observation, story-based presentation. Everything is given in detail. Now, again, this is interlinked with economics, globalization, and the Indian economy. Here, art integration, quiz, debate, role play, viva, group discussion, visual expression, interactive bulletin boards, gallery walks, exit cards, concept maths, peer assessment, art integration, self-assessment, integration of technology, etc. See teachers, this is the part of multiple assessment. Now, here the guidelines are also given. It involves combining 2 or more disciplines. You can combine 2 or more subjects in this into one activity, more coherent and integrated. The general recognized disciplines are economics, because these are the part of social studies. Therefore, economics, history, geography, political science, sample plan, already we have discussed about it. Methodology, a sample interdisciplinary project plan, link has been provided to get insight. Just now I have shown you this, the topic, the making of global world, globalization and lifeline of economy. Okay, we have discussed about that. Now instructions are given. Objectives and outcomes need to be picked from rational and specific objective considering local context. Now, what is the plan? Suggestive 10 days plan given below, which you may follow or you can create on your own based on the templates provided below. As I have told, this project you are going to complete in between April to September. So from your schedule, whatever the lesson plan, then log plan you have prepared, from that you are going to utilize your 10 days exclusively for this interdisciplinary project. Now, next is what is the process? Initial collaboration among students to arrange their roles, areas of integration, areas of investigation and analysis, role of student. That means you are going to divide your class into groups. First, how you are going to do that? One team will be having team leader, team members. So the person who is exclusively active, you know from your class, who is that? You are going to give that role to that particular child or a student as a team leader. He will be or she will be the main collaborator. And team members, note the teacher to allocate the roles as per the abilities of the students. You are going to give the responsibilities as per the abilities of the student. Next is final submission based on course deliverables as given in the template below. Assessment plan to be done by the teacher, clearly mentioning the rubrics. This rubrics also we have already discussed. Now, report, poster, and video acknowledgements, reflection and expressions of gratitude as given in the template below. Now, this is the schedule given. How you are going to go for this interdisciplinary project, 10 days suggestive plan, it's in detail. Day 1, introduction to the interdisciplinary project and setting the context. Brief overview of the project and its objectives to be given by the teachers. History teacher to introduce the historical context of the World War II and its aftermath through inquiry method. Make the students to group discuss the impact of World War II on the global economy. Teacher to refer annexure 3rd rubrics. Second day, the Great Depression. Please please mute yourself. Somebody is talking over there continuously. Who is that?
Ma'am, you can also mute, no, since you're the host. Please do that.
Actually, just guide me.
Ma'am, you can go to the buttons on the right hand side and mute participants. You can do that.
टुकड़ा है ना बीच बीच में
Ma'am, please mute Mr. Mahesh Chand.
Participant Mahesh Chand. Okay. Is it done? I think.
Yes, I think even
Yes,
Shalini
yes,
succeeded.
madam. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can I mute all? But afterwards, again, I have to come and unmute all, no? So
No,
let's.
that's fine, ma'am. We will be able to unmute ourselves. You can mute all.
Okay. Okay. I have done it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, ma'am, it has not been done.
Not done?
No, ma'am, I can speak to you now. After you mute all also, I can unmute and I am able to
Ma'am,
talk to
you
you.
are, that's fine, ma'am. You can unmute and speak, but then she has muted all. So let us follow that.
Okay.
Rohini Tandon is not muted.
So I'm getting distracted because of it. Let me continue and let me finish it up, please. So let it be might be some teachers, they don't have etiquettes how to attend the webinar. It's okay. What to say now? Let us see now day 3. Day 3 is India and the Great Depression. Students to collect material related to India's economic conditions during the Great Depression and relate to the present economic condition of India and US. Students may collect information through a visit to the library as a group activity. They need to present a collage of their findings. See, each and everything is provided by CBSE. We are going to see this video, Great Depression. Wait a moment. Something happened.
If you believe that every human being has the right to life, regardless of age,
size,
level of development,
environment. In the world of finance, we're often quick to forget the tragedies of the past, yet valuable lessons are to be had by exploring their causes and effects. After all, in a world of ever-changing rules, products, and services, there's the one constant that can guide us through the end of the year. So let's take a 5-minute history lesson on today's link. The year is 1918, and after 4 years of conflict, the First World War is finally over. America has emerged as one of the victors, and is about to enter a period of economic prosperity and cultural change known as the Roaring Twenties. Things start off pretty strongly as the postal economy is seeing a boost. Troops are back from the war, delayed projects are springing up again, and hey, more women are entering the workforce, meaning that more people have a salary to spend, and companies are looking for a piece of the money pie. So in 1920, we see our first radio advertisement, and it seems to be working. Recent inventions like the vacuum cleaner and the electric washing machine are becoming hot commodities. And hey, since things are looking pretty good, the banks are giving out loans to everybody, meaning that even more people can buy the latest and greatest gadgets. Before you know it, everyone's getting a car too. Henry Ford's T-Model. All of this is very rich. The average American is making good money for themselves. In fact, people are starting to look for things to do with their newfound wealth. Buy another laundry machine? Nah. A new car? Don't need it. Oh, wait, what about investing? Yeah, that's it. After all, why be rich when you can be more rich? So the stock market becomes a pretty popular practice, and with so many people buying, investors are finding it very easy to make money on stocks. Soon enough, everyone thinks they're 1920s Warren Buffett, and I mean everybody. Cooks, shoe shines, taxi drivers, you name it, everyone is trading like a Wall Street tycoon, pouring their life savings into whatever security is taught that day. In fact, there's so much money to be made, people are taking out loans to invest even more, and banks are happily collecting the interest. By the way, those same banks are looking to invest more money too. It's enough they begin borrowing money from customer bank accounts to buy stocks. But since things are looking up, no one's noticing, and overall things are going pretty well in America, financially anyway. And as we experience agriculture, prohibition, and the rise of jazz music, people are making good money on the markets. By 1929, America's total wealth has doubled, and investments are up 280% since 1922. In fact, the stocks are rising so fast, companies are having a hard time keeping up and justifying their stock price. Wait, that's not good. And hold on, production actually seems to be slowing down. Henry's not making as many T-models, and people aren't buying as many things. It looks like companies may have overestimated their growth, and now wages are falling. And all that easy tax is debt? Well, people have taken out quite a bit, and interest rates are starting to rise. But wait a minute, the stock market is still up. That doesn't seem This video is brought to you by Captivating History. The Great Depression was a catastrophic global event that saw millions of people slide into poverty. Across America, men and women would stand in bread lines and live in shantytowns. In Germany, the devastation caused by the Great Depression gave rise to the Third Reich and ultimately led to the start of World War II. People still celebrate the 1920s as a golden era of parties and glamour, but the seeds of the Great Depression were planted in these years of complacency. Although the stock market crash of 1929 is often used as a start date for the Great Depression in the US, it was not the only cause of the disaster. In Europe in the early 20s, the economy was already in tatters. Most of Europe struggled to repay debts owed to America from World War I. Germany in particular was paying heavy reparations. In 1922, Germany was experiencing hyperinflation as their money became increasingly worthless. Workers collected wages in wheelbarrows, and desperate people earned cash to keep warm. At its lowest point in 1923, 1 trillion German marks was worth $1 US. Germany's shaky economy was briefly resurrected by a currency reform and the Dawes Plan, which relaxed some reparations Germany had to pay. Nonetheless, it was not enough to prevent the rise of the far right during the 20s.
Why are you not a crorepati? क्यों नहीं हो? बच्चा.
In the US, on the other hand, the economy was booming. Taxes were repeatedly cut to encourage spending, wages rose, and consumerism flourished. The automobile's rise was a massive stimulus for the American economy, providing factory jobs and jobs building roads and petrol stations. America's landscape was forever changed by the car, and many people now travel further to find work. Many older industries also benefited from car manufacturing, as many factory bosses copied Henry Ford's brilliant assembly line model to mass-produce goods. For the wealthiest in society, new inventions like radios and washing machines became popular consumer items. Some people bought new gadgets on credit, a mistake which would come back to haunt them later. This decade was exceptional for New York, where Wall Street was a hive of activity. The Empire State Building and Rockefeller Center were built in this period, and a forest of skyscrapers transformed the landscape. New York's prosperity was funded by the new trend of buying stocks and shares. Many ordinary people, as well as professional speculators, played the stock market for the first time. With share prices climbing fast, people were convinced that the stock market was a great way to make money quickly, and some people even took out loans to buy stocks. Although share prices rose exponentially throughout the decade, the economy was slowing down in real terms from at least the mid-20s onwards. Global trade had stalled, and major powers could afford to spend on luxury items. The European market had shrunk considerably due to the austerity caused by World War I. Although the US had done much better due to the war, they would quickly reach a saturation point for the sale of new goods without a thriving global market to sell to. Farming in the US had also slowed down. Agriculture had expanded massively during the First World War, but the second phase of the New Deal from 1935 responsibility that led to the wild speculation in the 19th. To learn more about the Great Depression, check out our book, The Great Depression, A Captivating Guide.
See now, here in the second day, the Great Depression video is given. You can show this video to your students. Okay. If we will get disconnected, please join by using the same link again. Just a moment. Now, what you are going to do on day 5, the early post-war years, the role of roadways, railways, waterways, and airways in building the nation economy. The teacher distribute the handout, one given below, to the group and ask them to find answers to questions posed at the end of handout and present it in groups using cafe conversations mode. Refer annexure 3rd for rubrics. Next is study the challenges faced by the world in the early post-war war years. Discuss the efforts made onwards decolonization and independence of nation. On day 6, post-war settlement and Bretton Woods institutions. Make the students read the material in HTTP. This again link is given. I will show it to you, and debate the impact of Bretton Woods institution in the post-war economy. Here you are going to refer Annexure 6 for rubrics. Day 7, decolonization and independence, the role of World Trade Organization, that is WTO. Students will read the handouts given below and present a role play in the support rendered by the World Trade Organization in building new nations. And here you are going to refer Annexure 6 for rubrics. Introduction to the World Trade Organization, study the role of WTO in promoting fair trade practices. Next, on day 8, you are going to do end of Bretton Woods and the beginning of globalization. The students will read material given in the link. This link is provided, and from this link, the students will collect the information. Next is organize an interview. Organize an interview with a financial expert, economist, lecturer, professor. Based on the information they gathered, the students can submit a report on the findings. Now see, what are the information they are collecting? On the basis of that, they are going to give you the report. Discuss the reasons for the end of the Bretton Woods system. Day 9, impact of globalization in India and role of waterways and airways. The students will read material. 1 minute. Just a moment. The students will read material given in the link, organize interview. I have told. After that, impact of globalization. This is also done. And the final presentation is on the day 10. Conclude the interdisciplinary project and